message is connected to this one, the expansion of the violet flame. And we know this kills viruses naturally. We're taking out the lower vibes, and we're going to use the lower vibes as fuel. And we were being activated. Thank you to the sun and the moon. Now, this is connected to what is happening right now. This is the Six of Cups, restoration of innocence, and this is healing from childhood trauma, and it's really the restructuring that we're doing. And this trauma we're going to heal with, because we need to recalibrate with the root here, because this is about our levitation. And this toxicity, any trauma that we still need to cleanse to get to where we're going, we're going to look at. Remember, we found the center. So this is happening over generations, and this has been happening over generations, and this is connected to this message. And we know we've been working with our ancestors to heal our bloodline. And this is about, you know, we evolve the species, and each generation does better than the one before, because we're evolving, we're understand. That's what we came here to do. And the way that it's been working is a regression or just staying stuck. You know, we've regressed or stayed stuck in a loop. And yes, we have made some forward movement. That's the way life goes. Because remember, it's all of it. All of it's happening, and that's what we're understanding. But this is about making, you know, a massive jump forward. That's what our species is doing in order to evolve the species, to save the planet, to save life here with us, because we know we are facing extinction. And what this is connected to, our revolution, and that's what's happening right now. The solar eclipse, it's revolution time, and 44 is a master number. We are mastering self, and we are being gifted because of it. Remember, we do the work, and the universe meets us there. We're co-creating. We're co-creators. And what we're understanding right now is death's connection to the other side. Life, death, death, life. This is creation. And we've been scared to face this. You know, it's so scary to die. But it's part of this space and place. And I promise you, death is not as scary as we think that it is. But you don't have to take my word for it. You're going to take your own, because you're going to expand there yourself. We're all going one day. And many of us Starseed twin flames came in here to face the death templates, to create higher vibe patterns there to help the collective shift. Because this is going to help us make this biggest jump and leap in healing with our species in order to expand. Because if you've noticed, there's been a lot of hierarchy of humans' life over the life on this planet. And that's what we're facing, and that's what we've really been doing. We've been facing the negative rate. We've been walking towards the negative in our own lives, and we have been walking towards the negatives without our lives and seeing the destruction not us personally have caused. But yes, we still have a carbon footprint. We still have an energetic footprint. We're understanding that, and we're looking at the things that humanity has done here. And rather than walk away from it and go and play with the devil energies or get stuck in our illusions or shut down, what we're learning is we're activating. We're activating with the masculine right here in order to transmute these lower vibes. So we're going to face them. We're going to face the lower vibes, and we're going to use them as fuel to get to where we're going. We're being activated to protect creation. So we're doing so. And to do that, we are walking towards the negative. We're looking at it. And this means, yeah, you may have been called to look at animal abuse here on the planet. And what does that look like? And face it. You know, guys, we face the negative here. Yeah, everyone wants to get lost in the positive. Positive plus positive does not equal a working battery, does not equal manifestation. We are facing the negative in order to transmute it and use it for that fuel to create this levitation. So maybe as before, you couldn't face animal abuse on this planet. But now you're being activated and you can. You can go and you can educate yourself with what is really happening here. But these are informed decisions. And we remember too, we're not going out in our 5 of Wands charge and then we're going to attack. This is about honoring the truth here. Animal abuse does not exist everywhere here. No, it does not. That's not true. But animal abuse is happening right now on this planet. And that food for many of us that is at our table that we are consuming, though, that is suffering souls. And we've done this. And that's why, you know, there's this massive argument. If you're on a spiritual quest, are you going to be vegan or not? And many people having this argument even right now. What this is about is understanding that this is life and we're consuming life. And when we're not honoring the life that we're consuming, guess what? Karma's coming for us. And we're going to learn the lesson to balance our karmic scales, because karma does not care who you are, where you're from, and whatever, you know, person in power told you you're okay. Karma's coming for you, because you get back what you put out there in order to see reflected to you what you need to do to expand, because we came here to expand. We came here to evolve. And it's funny how, you know, we've been conditioned to forget how to evolve here. We're not doing that anymore. We're going to look at the negative. We're going to look at the lower vibrational things that are happening on this planet, within and without. And we're going to heal our childhood trauma, because this is connected to childhood trauma. And this is also understanding that the children will be building new earth. This is a big message right now. The children will be building new earth. That's why we have to do this, because we have to have this restoration within, because we are building new earth. So we have to activate that childhood innocence within us in order to get the keys to build with the divine. And what this has to do with is, we know, a recalibration with the root, and that recalibration is with the earth star. So guess what? We're going to make up with the earth. We're going to cleanse the toxicity through the earth with our roots. And this is how we're levitating, because remember, we're using the toxicity to levitate. So our root connects to the heart chakra, and we're going to purify our bloodlines here. And this is the message as to how. Here we have the negative tetrahedron in red, our root. And here we have the positive tetrahedron of our heart in green. And they are about to be in alchemy. And do you see now we have the green here within the negative, and we have the red here within the positive. This is our levitation, the purification of our bloodline, the cleansing of the blood with the earth through innocence, youth, the daughter. So now we're going to cleanse our blood with the daughter, the earth, and we will have the restoration to innocence. And this is going to allow us to defy gravity, expand through the unknown with the feminine and the womb of creation. And that's what we're about to do. But it's this purification, because we're going to face what humanity has done here. We're not taking it personal. It doesn't mean we went out and did it. We understand we are still connected to what's happening here. And we're activating to face it, to create anew. And this means we will care about life. We will help all of life heal and expand here. This is a universal expansion. Okay? So, we're about to levitate. And this is because we're going to expand and defy gravity through the unknown. We're not going to fear the unknown anymore. We're going to understand this is creation. This is nothing to fear. This is something to get excited about. So, with the feminine and the womb of creation, we're going to expand. And it's from the dawns of time. And it's new. From the old to the new. We shall expand through us. So, the 6 and 7 of inspiration is right here. And the 6 and 7 of inspiration is the 6 and 7 of fire. We're going to have starlight activations here. This is where we expand with the violet ray through the void, through the center of self, everything we've just discussed. And my counter just said 10, 11. Now, we push through. Guys, we're pushing through, but we're pushing through the center. We needed to find the center so we could push through. And this is the restoration to innocence. This is healing at a cellular level, but this is healing at a level I've never seen before. I've never seen anything like this, but it's not a surprise. So what's happening here is, this is our June 10th solar eclipse in Gemini. The lunar and solar eclipse go hand in hand. That is the message. The lunar and solar eclipse go hand in hand. And on June 6th, there was a 6-6 eclipse portal activated. And what happened when this portal was activated was we entered the Garden of Venus for rest and renewal. And that's why many of us were called into that cocoon energy. We've been called into the cocoon. We've been called into the void, because we're about to do this. We're about to push through and expand and have our revolutions. But we have been prepping for this for some time. And what is happening here? We know we entered the garden alone. We've been prepping for this for some time. The moon, our connection to the 6 of Cups evolution. We've been activated with our light codes, our key codes. This has something to do with finding the key. We're going to find the key, and it has to do with love. And we know the moon, right? And this was all activated with the pink moon in Scorpio. And we know that that's connected to the 5 and 6 of Cups purification. And something is being activated in Leo season. The moon is leading us forth. Look, we're understanding to destroy and create to destroy. The lines, look, they've all become one through the center. And this has to do with what we're birthing. Remember, we're birthing from the heavens to the earth through us. We shall expand. And here's the expansion. This is the universal expansion with the feminine in the womb of creation. And it's connected to the restoration of balance. And this has been activated in Gemini season with the twins. The restoration of balance here through the earth because of the purification work we're doing. Because why? We've activated the child. We've activated innocence. And innocence, the children will be building new earth. The children will be building new earth because the children understand. The children understand. And these are the children within us. The child within you. The child within you understands the way. The child with you understands the way. This is connected to the center of self, the center of you. We are honoring the feminine. We are honoring the masculine because we found the child. We found the center to the child. This is going deeper than finding your inner child. This is finding the center of your inner child. And it's connected to what's happening, this healing in the garden. And that's why we had to enter alone. But we're understanding it's because we had to find our way in the dark. This is connected to our path. This is connected to our destiny. And this is the Ace of Swords reversed. Now, what we're being activated to do is to heal from the lower vibrational patterns that we've created here with the 6th house, with our creativity. That is the message. So this is that's how we're going to cleanse it. That's how we're going to use the toxicity to get to where we're going. And we are being activated to no longer escape this, to no longer escape this part of our path. That's what's being activated with the lunar eclipse. And it's working with Pisces. It's believing in our path and ourselves and working with the divine, working with the light, understanding. We're understanding all of this. It's all coming together for us because we're shifting through the earth. We're making the connections we need to make. This is our Six of Cups evolution. And it's going to take us from the Five of Earth to the Six of Earth. That's the shift right now, where we feel unsupported to balanced. This is where everything is off center. And that's what's happening right here. And it's represented in both of these decks. We have the Muse and the Light Seers Tarot. And so here, look, we need to find the key. And this key is within. The key is to go within and expand through the center of self. And in here, the Five of Materials, this is connected to negative harmony. It's negative. It doesn't feel good. This vibration, this sound, this frequency, it feels yucky. It's toxic. It's toxic for us. So this is what's been manipulated here. We're healing from this. And how are we going to heal from this? It's this. We're going to go from the 5 to 6 and we're going to find out how. And they've shown me it's connected to patterning. The patterning is going like this. So we were in... This was the sequence. 4, 9, 3, 2, 1. But now we've shifted from the 9 to the 4 to the 3 to the 2 to the 1. And this is going to change the outcome of the equation. But it's connected to the first sequence that we were creating in. And this is about knowing you've truly connected when you see this is about all of life. And that means that, you see people expanding, and the expansion is like, oh, well, ascension is not all about going vegan. Ascension is not all about your twin flame. It's not all about, this. It's that you see all these things, okay? It's still about self. It's still about us expanding. It's still about us. This isn't about us. You know that you've connected to the center when you see that this is about all of life, and that your ascension is connected to that repair and healing of all of this life. And that means something, that you've connected to the patterns of life, and that you understand that, yeah, it is going to take a lot of us going primarily plant-based in order to repair what we've done here, because all this consumption of meat is creating so many lower vibrations on this planet. It's taken us down. So it's not about getting mad. We're not going to get mad. We're not going to get in our 5-1 charge. Do you eat meat or not on your ascension? It's about, okay, this ascension is not about me. This ascension is about all of life. I've connected to the center of self. I've connected to the one. I've connected to the all. I've had the restoration of innocence. I have repaired. Oh my goodness, I see the light. I get it. You know what? We have to help life. We have to help life expand here. So what does that mean? That means the patterning that I am activating with and applying is going to help repair this life, is going to help repair this planet, is going to help repair the earth, is going to help repair the connections of love here in humanity. It's a harmony, it's a negotiation, but the beautiful part is it's happening through self. And it's happening through the center of self. And we're not being afraid anymore to face what we have created here, because no, we're creating a new. But we need to see it, and we need to see the truth in order to transmute it. So this is about all of life. One connection here, and we're lit here. We're lit with the violet ray that kills viruses naturally, the lower vibes. The patterns needed to repair here, not just expand self. This is about repairing life, okay? And we just talked about this. It's not just meat consumption, the practice of yoga and other spiritual training practices, religion. This is about what patterns here are going to expand with life. And this is the activation of Earth's children. Here we are. And this is connected to love, the universal love frequency, 528 hertz. And we received this message on our last reading. And this is connected to the universal Fibonacci sequence and spiral that we're all a part of. We're all connected. We are all of life. This is allowing us to create the shell of protection. Because what? We're balanced. We're working with the feminine, the masculine, and the child through the center. So this is to protect what we're creating for New Earth. And this is part of our training. We're being challenged to do this. This is part of it all. And what we're going to do is we are going to see the connections between air and fire. That's what's being activated here. Right here. We're going to see those connections. We're being activated to see that this is connected. And this is going to allow us to come out of the box and enjoy play. This is the new patterns. This is the Six of Cups, alchemy of creation. When we see this, when we see these connections, and we began seeing them, it amped up with this super blood full moon total eclipse in Sagittarius. And something is happening between now and Leo season, and it's the moon. The new moon in Leo is going to be connected to this new moon, and something's going to be transforming, and it is connected to Mercury retrograde reinvention. The moon working with our soul, and we remember we're expanding with the sun because we're healing, we're paying off our life's debts. And it's not just our life's debts. We're helping the collective to pay off their life's debts. We're helping to lead the way in understanding what this looks like. And I love it in the Black Moon astrology cards, okay? Because it's the imagery's representation of, look at this space here and look at this space here. We've activated here. And this is the North Node. This is the Ten of Cups. Our life's purpose. And that is getting us here. Because we know we're coming together. That's the activation through the center of self. There's healing that's being offered here. There's a balance. This is where we push through. And it's connected to doing one thing. Do not be the Buddha of many hands. This is what they shared. This was the message, okay? Do not be the Buddha of many hands. This wastes energy for transformation. And we need to be having our best transformation, because this is the removal of sickness and stagnation patterns, of selfishness and separateness. And this is going to heal our connection, so we want to rest. And this is the feminine. This is the balance with the masculine. And there's our Merkaba. So this has to do with the creation of the levitation right now. We need to make the base. This is step 1. And we know we're going to make the base and we're going to levitate. And we do that by facing what's negative, adding the positive. We're in action. We're healing our connections. And we know that's what we're doing right now. We're healing our connections through the center of self, through these starlight activations. So we're going to get a message after we talk about what's being activated here, because this is the activation of the violet ray and how we are transmuting the lower vibes. And it's being activated. They've shared with us between the Muse of Voices and the Princess of Discs.